How's it going, everybody? You may notice a slight change of scenery today. We at BaseCamp really value transitioning climbers from the indoor experience to the outdoor. So we're gonna give you some tips that'll help you in that process. The difference between this and the gym is there's holds everywhere, whereas in the gym you're limited to what the route setter has presented you. So it's a really important process to take a step back and identify every option that's in your disposal. And a huge thing in that is using your feet. Something like this is a good foot, a really good foot actually. And eventually you learn to use techniques so you can even apply pressure on the blankest of surfaces and use that as a foothold. So another large difference between climbing inside and outside is outside there's what we like to call choss, or really gross breaky holds that if you pull on them, they will probably explode in your face. It's a really good thing to check before just climbing on it. Just because it has chalk doesn't mean it's not gonna break. So another huge difference with climbing outside is tick marks. You'll find people draw really obnoxious lines, like zooming in on this giant foothold between two things. So you need to hit here and here. Tick marks have their place, but the biggest thing is if you tick, you gotta make sure to wipe it off with your brush. So maybe the biggest thing with climbing outside versus climbing inside is getting off of what you just climbed up. So if I were to climb up this prow, coming back down might not be so good. But turns out if we go right around the corner, there's a really easy slab. And that's an important thing to know before you climb up and get into a bad spot. So one thing you need to be aware of while climbing outside is pad placement. So if I were, say, about to climb this feature, I might fall right about here. So I'd want to move the pad so it's at a good position to catch that fall. Another thing to watch out for is holds. Something like this and with your pads could be a big problem for your ankle. Another giant difference between climbing in the gym and outside is falling. In the gym, they teach you to fall and roll back. That's a really bad idea when you're outside. Generally outside, try not to fall. Second of all, if you do fall, you want to have a nice athletic stance and land in a good posture. I will demonstrate both. Oh no. So now that we're all done climbing, it's time to pack up. Super important thing is to grab all of our trash. Plastic bags and climber tape are some of the most common things we find. And these are really preventable if we just bring them home. Trash makes me angry.